All right, today is Wednesday, December 15th, 2021. It was a Fed announcement day, Fed day. Today, got some crazy action around 11 o'clock Pacific time. I'll take a look at that at the end of the video. But morning, there was actually some good action despite it being a Fed day. There's definitely some good signals that definitely trended well. So let's jump in. We'll look at the NASDAQ as well as the Russell for the first couple hours of the market. So right here at market open on the West Coast at 6:30, we are on a sell signal. We had 1, 2, and 3 minute resistance printing. We got a buy signal up into that resistance level. Got rejected with this big long price bar. This is a 631 bar, and then it's a valid signal to go short right there at 881 or so. And it kind of started to go down a little bit when it gets you maybe 10 points or so, and got down to a low on this bar of about, let's call it 860. Almost around 20 points or so, depending on if there's any slippage or not. But then quickly reversed. And this would be the action you would expect on a Fed day. And so quick reversal right there to likely stop you out. Got rejected by the 3-minute resistance, but it did give us 2-minute support printing, which kind of came into play when this little trend started. I think, if we didn't have that 2-minute support printing, this would have been a valid sell signal right here. But since we had this 2-minute support below, that was a no trade zone. Typical to take this trade. This is a valid signal right here, but just so extended already. Trend has already begun. Not an ideal setup right there. So probably the best opportunity would be a sweet spot, which came in right here. Came up, tested the 1 minute, came back down, got a red bar with the red oscillator printing. So we'd be short right here at maybe 840 and a half or so. And this came down to 823. So you had an opportunity to just lock in a little something. I think it's always best to lock in some profit quickly on a sweet spot. But then, if you would have just held for the long run, that one would not have worked out, and you would have been stomped out. So we kind of came back up, tested 2-minute, got rejected, came back down, tested 1-minute support, bounced off of that, came up, broke through the 3-minute resistance to give us a 3-minute kind of full confirmation, 1, 2, and 3 buy signal up here. That just did not really work out. Would have been in at 02 or so, 02 and change. Went up maybe to 910, maybe 8 points before quickly coming back down. So that one was just not a great signal. I'm surprised it even broke through this 3-minute and got the 3-minute buy signal to print, but it did. So that would be a loss there. But here is probably the best trend of the morning, at least on the NASDAQ. We got full confirmation with the 3-minute on this bar right here. So we'd be short at 830. Let's call it 830. Kind of went up against you maybe 8 points or so before just kind of slowly trending down. So 830. Wouldn't have had a 2 green bar exit right there. 2 green bar here, 2 green bar there. Maybe stop at 785 or so. So that was about 45 points or so if you're following the trend. So that was a solid trend, and I think that was kind of the best one of the morning. Got another little sell signal right here that just didn't trend as well as the other one might have. So not bad for the NASDAQ. Probably the best trend right there. Might have simply recouped some of the losses you had in the morning. Maybe been slightly profitable. But Russell today has, all week, it's been the leader, I would say, in terms of clean trends, clean signals. Did not disappoint again today. Going full screen here with the Russell. Right at market open, you're getting a short at 21.55. Goes up against you to 21.57, so 2 points. Goes against you 2 points. It kind of bounced around a little bit before just falling out of bed. We're in at 21.55. Get to a low here of 2136.7. So 2 green bars would have been right. I would have used these two right here, two green bar exit. Maybe had you at like maybe 42 or so. So that's a good 13 points. I think I mentioned yesterday, I'd like to use a 10-point profit target on the Russell. So you easily had 10 points there. Good sweet spot. I don't know. I have the oscillator on this chart. I don't know how well it does on the Russell because this is a valid signal right here, short at 21,441.8, and that gave you another barely 10 points. You just got to 10 points, but plenty of opportunity in there to lock in. So that was a great sweet spot that maybe would not have got you in if you were following this oscillator. So oscillator might be best for NQ. But anyways, great signal at the open, gave you a clean 10 points. Another sweet spot gave you 10 points if you wanted it, maybe even a little less if you wanted to lock in something, 3, 5, whatever it might be. So two great entries at the open for the Russell. Next sell signal came right here at 21.34. Came down to a low of 21.29, we'll call it. So not as good of a trend there, but definitely still room for it to grab some profit. If you have maybe a really strong, initial trade, really you see this big long trend, and you get another sell signal right here, protect your profit for the day. You want to trade the signals, you want to follow the rules, but you also got to be smart and have some proper risk management. If you just say you made 10 points on this, no matter where you got in, where you got out, hopefully you're able to grab 10 points out of this nice little trend here. It's a substantial downtrend. Yes, still take this trade, but you get down here you get 2 points or so in the green, make it a risk-free trade. Put your stop loss at break even, or cover commission, so a couple ticks in front of your entry price. Do something like that. Just protect yourself. You already got 10 points. You don't need to take a 3-4 point loss to eat into that profit. You want to add to that. So just a little advice there. These two little trends right here gave you an opportunity to lock in a couple points. So could have added that, padded your wallet a little bit. But just again, great day with the Russell, despite it being a Fed day. But as promised, I want to go over to when the Fed announcement came. On the Russell, it was just a thing of beauty. Obviously, crazy volatility right here when they're making an announcement. It comes down, gets rejected, big bars to the upside. Say you took this at 21, say you got filled at 21.57. This thing gets to a high right here of 21.74. So easily 10 points within a couple minutes there. Another buy signal right here. Probably would not have worked out. You probably would have been stopped out on this one initially, but if you stuck with it, here comes a valid sweet spot right there, 2165.3. Look at this thing, just stair step higher, blue bars, stair step higher. That is perfect price action. That is a perfect trend right there with regard to how AbleTrend tracks things and the charting software. That is just, it's perfect right there. Look at the NASDAQ real quick during that time frame. Same kind of pretty similar. Just a little bit not as clean, but definitely still just stair stepping higher. Just a thing of beauty. I think maybe I should pay attention to Fed days in that last hour of the market trading. I think that's when it kind of decides what it wants to do and just kind of trends that way real nicely. So anyways, that was price action for Wednesday, December 15th, 2021.